been months since South Africa reported the bird flu outbreak. Tens of millions of chickens have become infected. About 6 million died from H7N6 and a further 1.7 million died from H5N1 early on in the year. Now, has the country been able to contain the outbreak? To help us answer this question and more, senior lecturer in the Faculty of Veterinary Science at the University of Pretoria, Dr. Shahn Bisschop, joins us right now for this conversation. And Doc, thank you for your time. A very warm good morning to you. I think perhaps as a precedent for this conversation, let's talk about the genesis of the avian flu. Where exactly does it come from? Where was it first detected?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Doc.
Excellent.
Please switch on your camera for us, Doc, if you may, please. Sorry. Doc, may you please switch on your camera for us? Sure.
There we go. There we do. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Good morning.
Morning.
Where did the flu come from? Well, it originates in wild birds, and then it typically mutates and becomes infectious for chickens. We know that the specific event that led to the H7N6 outbreak occurred in the area near to Delmas in a flock of chickens.
I mean, how contagious is avian flu for us who are not necessarily in the industry, not in, agriculture, not in farming, perhaps don't have first glance of what farmers have to go through once avian flu has been detected? Perhaps, Doc, give us a glimpse of what exactly the magnitude of the severity of, the virus is.
Well, in terms of chickens, it's extremely contagious. So it spreads very, very easily between farms. It seems to be transmitted in the wind. It's transmitted in feathers from infected birds, and it probably also moves together with people and vehicles that move between chicken farms. So it's proved extremely difficult for farmers to stop it. Previous outbreaks of the H5 strain of avian influenza were more easily controlled through methods of what we call biosecurity, which is essentially limiting the movement between farms. In this case, it has proven to be much, much more difficult.
Yeah. And do we know why, Doc, the spread was so widespread?
It seems that this specific virus is very well adapted to chickens, and it seems that for that reason it spreads more readily than some of the other strains.
I mean, when it comes to capacity via, amongst other things, vaccines, being able to mitigate the spread, how is, South Africa currently looking at? Do we have the capacity?
So at this stage, avian influenza is considered to be a controlled disease. That means that every effort is made to eradicate the disease wherever it occurs. So as soon as a farm becomes sick, any surviving chickens would be killed in order to ensure that it does not easily spread to adjacent farms. This has not been very successful in this specific outbreak, so we've established that we really need to start vaccinating chickens. Vaccines can be made available, but are not presently registered in South Africa because until now we've been trying to eradicate the disease. Our government has been working very rapidly together with the industry to get vaccines registered. We hope to have those in place very soon now. There will, however, be quite severe restrictions on who is allowed to make use of the vaccines and under what conditions. We're still waiting for government to give us those final guidelines.
Right. So farmers, what you're saying, if I'm understanding you correctly, Doc, is that they still can safeguard their chickens through vaccines?
Well, not at this stage, but we hope within a few months that we will be able to start vaccinating and that we will be able to manage the situation more effectively in the near future.
Right. We talk of chickens, and we talk of the poultry industry, but can the avian flu also affect people?
Avian flu can, in theory, infect people, and it has happened in a very, very small number of cases with H5 viruses. However, the H7N6 virus, which is circulating at present, has been analyzed by virologists, and it has been determined that it does not have any of the characteristics that would enable it to infect mammalian or indeed human hosts. So at this stage, no, there is no immediate risk to human health.
Right. All right. Well, I have to leave it there, and I appreciate you speaking to me about this poultry health veterinarian and senior lecturer in the Faculty of Veterinary Science. Thank you so much, Dr. Shahn Bisschop, for joining us right here on NewsLink.